plays or things of that nature that stop that drive, you've got to have a big play to overcome it.
All right, let's take a look at the final numbers again that will tell the story here tonight at Northeast Stadium. First downs, well, I think it's all going to turn in Churchill's favor, but it wasn't that way early. And a 13-8 advantage for the Chargers. 129 yards on the ground to 110 for Roosevelt. And Roosevelt really impressed with the way they were able to move the football on the ground tonight in the first place. 53 yards passing to only 28 for Roosevelt. That has to be a telling story as well. So the total yardage, 182 to 138. And, of course, the big stat, 3 turnovers by the Rough Riders.
Yeah, turnovers kill you. You beat yourself when you do it, and there's no other way to put it. You contribute to your own demise.
Mm-hmm. Well, Roosevelt will move to 1-3 on the season with a loss tonight. They lost to Holmes 10-0 in the first week. They won in the second week 49-0. Lost the heartbreaker last week to Jay 22-21. And of course tonight, I wonder if that loss last week might have had any effect on them tonight.
Well, you know, they were ahead, I think 21-0
yeah.
At halftime. They came back and had an emotional letdown, and very obviously something like that takes something out of you.
Most valuable players of the game, as we say here at halftime or at the end of the ball game, myself and Frank Arnold. And first of all, for the Roosevelt Rough Riders, we'll take a look at the middle linebacker, number 83, Mark Ricker, in on a lot of stops, particularly in the second half.
Well, he made some great plays, and the middle linebacker is kind of like your quarterback on offense. He's your team leader. They try and free him up to make good plays. A lot of times he made some stops before they really got going by shooting the gap and getting into the backfield.
Mark
is a good one.
Mark Ricker is just a junior as well, so he has got quite a future ahead of him as a football player. And on 12 stops tonight for the Roosevelt Rough Rider defense that really played strong and played well this evening. Our most valuable player on the Churchill side of the field, well, we'll flip it over to the offensive side and we'll take a look at number 22, Robert Westbrook. He is also a junior, and he scored both of the touchdowns tonight.
Well, very obviously a talented athlete. Started for him last year as a sophomore. They've got him back at the top of that eye now where he can really get some momentum up. A very gifted runner. Did a great job of running. He's going to be, I think, one of the top backs in the league without a doubt.
50 yards on 16 carries tonight, averaging a little over 3 per try, but he got the big ones then when it counted. 2 touchdowns as the Churchill Chargers ring up 2 on the board to 0 for Roosevelt, and our final score of 12-0. Well, once again, we want to remind you, 1 week from tonight, we've got more high school football right here on the Sports Channel. We'll be right back here, in fact, at Northeast Stadium, the Blossom Athletic Center, for Lee against MacArthur, another District 27-5A. Hey, is this the toughest district in the state or what? Are you biased?
I'm very biased. I think it's one of the toughest without a doubt, and I don't think anybody losing this week means they're out of the ball game. I think everybody in the league looks pretty dadgum good to me, and there's a lot of parity. I just think it's a great football league, good, well-coached ball clubs, and any given night, anybody can be knocked off.
Okay. Frank Arnold, I thank you again tonight. Always a pleasure to work alongside with you.
Enjoyed it, John.
All right, for our entire Sports Channel crew, I'd like to thank Freddie Byram on the spotting, and our stat guys, Tim Byro and Dick Dillon, tonight as well, doing a great job. Sports Channel crew doing a great job.